I'm Deb.
Jason Whitney here.
All right, Jason, I was reading. I do that sometimes.
Big moment.
I know. And this was like pretty heavy stuff.
Okay.
So I was reading and it said somewhere that a doctor said that if you lose 2 to 3 pounds a week, that's unhealthy.
Or more than that.
Yeah.
Probably, right?
Is that because eventually you'll just disappear?
Yeah, yes, disappearing is an unhealthy physiological condition. And so you're asking, is that true? Because in our protocol, you can lose a lot more than 2 to 3 pounds.
Because I read it, so I assume that it's true.
It always is, of course, right? Especially if it's on the internet.
Yeah.
To answer that question, the doctor's comment is not entirely wrong, okay? And the reason why is that that comment is coming out of some studies that have been done that talk about losing weight in a hypocaloric diet program. Now, hypocaloric simply means
high calorie?
You used to be eating this many calories, and now you're eating this many calories. You cut the calories down to what you used to be eating, and you don't really pay attention to how you split it up, meaning where your calories are coming from. In a hypocaloric diet, you're cutting out what kind of calories most all the time. Fats and proteins. And so if you lose more than 2 to 3 pounds during a week in a hypocaloric diet, where you're losing 40 to 60% of that weight that you're losing is muscle. And the studies say that if you lose muscle during any weight loss program, it'll increase your chances of mortality, death, by 40%, 39% to be exact.
Wow.
And that's not good. And that's one of the reasons why we weigh and measure and do the body fat percentage every single week. Because our program is not a high protein diet. We just give you enough protein to keep your muscles from dying, which is half a gram for every pound of muscle or of weight.
In my experience, before I went on this protocol, that's what was happening to my muscles. Because I was thinking I was eating healthy and stuff like that, but come to find out, it was bananas, yogurt, things that had high carbs and no protein.
Right.
So that's why when I did get on the protocol, after the first 2 weeks, I had lost fat inches, but I had gained muscle, which I was super excited about.
And if I remember right, the number on the scale actually went up.
Yeah,
you
gained weight,
but lost fat. And that's one thing that happens a lot with the women on our protocol, is that you'll actually gain muscle while being on the protocol. Now, in most cases, they'll lose pounds. You're a little unique. You didn't need to lose pounds. You just need to increase your muscle mass. Yeah. And so whenever you hear about metabolism or your metabolic rate, what they're talking about directly is how much muscle does your body have. That is a direct measurement of how high your metabolism is.
So this example, my dad was skinny his whole life, and then he got to be around 20 years old, and he said that his metabolism changed, and that then he started gaining weight, and he kept telling me that that's what was going to happen to me. Okay,
don't get me in trouble with your dad. However, it's a very common phrase that people say, well, my body changed, but because my metabolism changed. Well, that's really not true what happens. Your metabolism can change, however, it's changing because of what you're doing. For example, if you went and exercised and you increased your muscle mass, your metabolism changed. It got higher. If you do the opposite by not doing exercise and taking too little of protein, you're going to lose muscle mass and your metabolism will change by going down. But it doesn't just change on its own.
Okay.
And so that's, if you want to increase your metabolism, increase your muscle mass.
I see. Okay.
And that's what our protocol will do for you without even necessarily doing exercise. Now it'll reach a plateau where you'll only gain so much muscle, where you have to do some exercise. But for you women, most of you, will gain muscle, which is awesome, and still lose weight and fat.
How can you beat that?
Glad to be here for you. Next time.